What's going on? What's going on, everyone? So, this is the video that I like always been wanting to make. So, let's draw some faces. Let's draw some faces. We're gonna sketch some faces. So, when I sketch faces, I love to start with like obviously like a circle. And then like from because like what this to me represents is like that whole oval shape of a face. It doesn't even have to be a perfect circle. I learned this from like the Loomis method. I've also learned this from other artists that I've learned from too, like around the way. But in the meantime, like in between time, like what I did, I learned like kind of a bit of my own technique. And what I like to do, I like to find the center point of like this oval that I drawn. So I have this oval here, and then I'll like kind of have like a bit of a line that'll cross, kind of like a T, not really in the middle of the oval, but a little bit on the upper portion. And what that to me, it just starts out with the eye line. That's like the eye line for me. So when I draw, I like to kind of lay out those structures first, such as being like the eye line, the headline, the nose line, all these things. I do these things first. So, when I do the allows me to just, understand my own process. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna be sharing this. Quick second, bear with me. All right, cool. So we're back. We're looking. We're here. Let's retouch on. All right, cool. So all right, so back to what I was saying. So I like to draw like these identifying lines. I'll even draw another line for like the nose, and I usually put that line like somewhere about here, like a little bit underneath those eyes, but about there. Then I'll have like the mouth about there too. Um, this is kind of like my general layout line, and sometimes you can even get more technical and like kind of put your nose lines. This nose line is kind of wider, but it's fine. The eyes, you have fun with the eyes. I usually kind of draw them in, you literally like circles like this here. And then the nose, you can even like kind of lay it out, a little bit like that. Your mouth, you can even lay that out, a bit of like a circle like that. So you kind of have like this, you kind of have like this mask look. So it's pretty interesting. You have like this mask look to it, and then you kind of just build off that mask. You add some eyebrows to it, and then this shape itself is kind of like universal. You can almost like create like an animal or something from this, but it's just the way I like to lay out like a face if you're gonna draw a face or something like that. And you can begin to add to it, like let's say you start to add like some eyelids to this, you're gonna make this thing look more lifelike. Some bottom eyelids. And eyelids are pretty much like wrapping around like a ball structure. So you can kind of think of it like that, like this elastic structure wrapping around a ball. So it kind of just wraps around that, you know, and thank you. Welcome everyone to the chat and the live. Like the live for me. Just do me a favor and like the live. So if we're drawing a face right now, and I'm pretty much just laying out like the structure of how I like to draw faces, and pretty much like how I start, how I get more detailed. And I started with just like a circle, as you see here. There are like step by steps that I can provide too. If you want to see those, just put that in the chat. Other than that, I'll just continue drawing where I am now. I'm just adding details to this face. I am not drawing from a reference, by the way. This is just purely from my head. So I'm just having fun. So if there's anything that's off, don't judge me too hard. Just be nice with your critiques. I'm just a baby. But yep, so this is kind of like that layout here. I thank you so much for that like. Thanks for liking the live so much. And because what that does, by liking the live, what that does for me, it allows me to reach more people and more people to see what I'm doing. And that's what it's all about. Like more people seeing this, it's super cool because like it can help them. I want to help people, and I also want to be helped too. So like I'm just learning. And so let's just get back to it. So if you want to learn how to draw a face, you like I say practice drawing a circle. And if you saw how easy that circle was, it's because of repetition over and over and over. I'm drawing a circle. I can draw a circle over and over and over. And it's just kind of like learning to just connect the dots. They're not always perfect, but practicing with circles and things like this can really just help like understand how to draw a face. And, this is the way I do it. So pretty much draw a circle and like you just add like this T to it, add a T to it in different positions. You can kind of practice it. And what this will do, this will like help you like understand, where certain guidelines of the face is. And like and we can get more into detail about what these guidelines are, but like with these T structures, they just help a person get into more organization. So say the mouth is way down here, the eye line is there, eye line is here, mouth is down there, eye line is here, mouth is here, and eyeline's there. You can create like all sorts of different people. Eyeline here, mouth's here. You can create like different characters. It's really dope. Let's say we add like a mouth to this character. We give him some eyes. Give it a little nose or something. You know, there you go. Give it some eyes. Make it a little personality to it. Boom, we're drawing faces. We're drawing faces, it's fun. And obviously if you want to get into the loomis method, you're going to get the side of the head a little bit, get some ears going, kind of get the whole method going, side of the face, give this thing some structure and some body to it. And then now we're starting to cook with oil a little bit. We're starting to cook, getting this face all drawn out. If anyone can just like this for me, this will be great. I'm just I'm just having fun. But the overall premise is just learning to kind of like draw faces and taking the basics of a circle structure and building to it. And, once you learn where certain things go, you can kind of like use this in any position. I remember when I was first drawing, I used to draw faces like this. I don't know if anyone else still draws faces like this, but you would draw and then you just kind of like lay out all of your things like this way, you know? And it works. It does. You can even create like a little mask in a way and, build on it. You gotta give it some eyelids, give it some more eyelids, maybe close them, add a little eye, you know, give a little eye, give 'em some little nostrils, whatever. Maybe you can add some shading, a little bit of an underview, a little lip action. Maybe the mouth is open, and some teeth in there. You can literally just have fun with this. You know, drawing faces. I can get so much more into detail with this stuff, but I'm just having fun with it, and I think that learning to draw faces should be fun. It shouldn't be so serious. It should just totally be fun. People just learning, learn, read. I've read a few books about anatomy, and it really helped me like learning about faces too. You could even like start to think about like wrapping a face as like around like it's on like a cylinder, right? This face is like wrapped on a cylinder, and give it some body and stuff. Give it some eyes, give it a little nose, give it a little mouth. You know, just have some fun with it. Me- Maybe a little mustache. Maybe he's got glasses. He's a little distinguished gentleman. I don't like how you spoke to me. Do me a favor and like the live, please. Like it. Hit the live button like it owed you some money. Just hit it for me, like it owe you some money. We're in there just chilling. I'm in Tampa, Florida. Where y'all at? Are y'all in Tampa? Are y'all from the Bay Area also? Are y'all here vibing? Are we all vibing? Can you see this? Yeah, this is just fun with sketching. Fun with sketching. Fun with a Apple Pencil series. Fun with an Apple Pencil. What is going on? My Siri just came up for no reason, and I don't understand why. All right, so I like to lay out the eyes in those positions. obviously, like I spoke about, laying out the eyes. And then we can just totally have fun with how the eyes are. Like, all right, cool. Let's give the eyes like this look of like, oh man, we're checking out what's below there. Gee whiz. All right. Give like a little nose because like I think at this position we're kind of like getting an overview, like a little bit of top of view. Not really. Like this is kind of horizontal to us, so we definitely see above the eye though. The way I drew it, maybe this can be like an ant or something, some sort of like figure, ant or something. Do ants have like these weird like little sensors on their antennas? Interesting. I don't know. We can definitely probably give them like the little mouthpiece like that. Hello, hello. Maybe that's too much. um, he's got the pinchers. Okay. What more do you want from me? Yo, he can have the 5 o'clock shadow, bruh. bruh, bruh. All right. Yeah, that's another sketch. Give him the ring. The ring. What else would he have? Would he have like another thing on his head or something? Some weird like eyes or something. I don't know. I could fill the space with something. Oh, I was like looking at this interesting drawing today, and it was like mentioning teeth. So like I'm gonna try to incorporate like some teeth on here. Like, so how would I draw a mouth? Oh, all right. I'll draw like open. He's like a baby crying. It's a crying baby. All right, so maybe we can like. So I'd like to think about it like as a form. So we'll make the teeth like that. Boom. Okay. All right. So now the bottom teeth are gonna have to be. Yeah, you're not gonna see the back of the bottom teeth. They're just gonna kind of be like that. Yeah. Maybe give like a little bit of some canines. A little bit of that. Normally, when I draw teeth, like I don't like to actually draw the lines all the way through the teeth. I'll just like give an indentation of like the teeth, like the tooth and gum mark. It's pretty interesting. It helps it just give it more dynamic, I believe. Fill in this space right here to help this look more stand out. I could give it a tongue. Let me give it a tongue. It might be cool to break up this space a little bit. I'm drawing on Procreate, by the way, if anyone's interested on where I'm drawing, on what I'm drawing on. But Procreate on the iPad, of course. Let's give this nose some character. Let's give this nose some character. Yeah, kind of a big nose. Why not? Oh, I think it goes too far back. We'll end it about there. All right, interesting character nose. Look, what if we made the eyes this small? That would be crazy. Eh. That's wild. All right, am I getting too crazy with this mouth here? Just keep it. Did it look cool? You let me know, man. Like it, like the live. Put something in the chat. Let me know. All right. We can get expressive with these eyes. You can think about the ah. Mm-mm. He's definitely mad about his team because they lost. This guy's pissed. All right. Does anyone here also do the YouTube live? Like, I want to see something. Like, how do I want to play music too, but I'm like, I don't want them to just like take my rights away or just like shut me down. I want to still be able to like stream, but have music. I'm not sure that's like a YouTube like preferred music station or anything. It's like a baseball coach or something. What are you doing? What are you doing? The baseball coach. Grr, grr. I like to draw cartoons, I think. It's like kind of fun. Drawing the structure of this stuff. It's pretty fun. All right. Obviously the cat's out of the bag. I can't draw. Here's another one. Let's draw from above. So obviously from above you will kind of just see the above mark of a face. And yeah, if anybody wants to learn how to draw, I would love to teach and share and help. iPad's starting to go dead. I gotta grab a charger. Quick, quick, grab a charger. I was able to solve the issue by grabbing the charger quickly. So, all right, so I'm drawing a face right now from above the above position. So I'm trying to like imagine what it would look like to be above someone's head and draw them. Obviously, you got some things in the way, such as the eyelid, and then like, of course, the eyebrow. Just gonna go back a little bit, showing the nose to the top of the nose a bit. You'll see the lip. I think you'll see a bit of that bottom up a bit protruding. Yeah, like that. You'll see a bit of that. Yeah, you'll see a bit of that. I think so. And then I think you'll see a bit of that chin. You'll see a bit of that cheek to the eye. Ooh, this is looking cool. Ooh, this is looking cool. And then like if this, imagine this is like, I imagine it's like a character like a peach or something, or an M&M maybe, or it could be a grape. But I want to give it like a ponytail or something. I want to give it a ponytail so bad. Like, definitely could have done a better ponytail than that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a funny ponytail. It's a funny ponytail. All right, so there's a couple faces I did just to show like how it all starts from a circle and understanding that profile of a circle, like building upon it, building your faces on the circle, using like little ovals for the eyes, the nose. It's this really interesting like triangular shape, and you just can like play with it from angle to angle. The mouth too, I'll treat it kind of like just like an oval. So yeah, that's what I really like to do. Yeah, then you just have fun. Just start filling in the. It's like a coloring book at this point. Just have fun. Fill in the gaps. Fill the gaps. All right, so sometimes with this part, I'm getting confusing myself right now. All right, I'll give it like a little bit chin right there. Give us some chin action. Give her some chin action like that. Excuse me, say what? Excuse me, say what? Excuse me, say what? The ears are killing it. No ears. But we can totally make this person be like in a little strawberry suit. Or a little heart suit. She's like, oh no, you didn't put me in here. I give it some little nose. Okay, give it a little nose. I just like the reason I feel like I know how to draw this is like from staring at like girls' faces and how they do makeup and stuff, and like just the shading, like just over dramatic shading. That's what I'm doing. I'm being more dramatic than the amount that I'm actually seeing before, but it is inspired off the actually very much so, very much so inspired from that. And I always have this interesting thing I like to draw like cardboard. All right, so I hope I wasn't like off structure too much, but yeah, today was just all about like drawing faces. Trying to how to figure out to draw faces from a circular start. And obviously there's more to it. And there's another method I know and I love. It's actually like a sailboat method. So you'll start kind of more like with like the angles of a sailboat and kind of like go from there. So all right, so boom, and you can draw kind of like the cranium based off that, or maybe you draw the cranium first and sailboat off the cranium, which in turn just give you this sailboat shape here. So you're kind of just drawing the head kind of based off this now. So this is like an artist I've seen online, and I love his work. I have to find his work to quote him on it. But this is a whole nother method we can even get into too. But this method, I love it so much because what it does, it helps you understand how like the sailboat connects to the back of the neck. And this method to me is gold. All right, so here we go. This is how it connects to the back of the neck. Like off of the back of that sailboat, you will have a line that comes down, and based off the angle of that sailboat, you're gonna pretty much start to understand how the neck and the face touch and work. You still have to kind of like add the top of the head a bit more of like a bit sharpness once you start to understand that bit. I think I didn't draw too much on this one, but as you draw it, you can get that underneath the neck too. You'll get that touch, or you'll get that feeling of how the underneath the neck works and how it works. You can even get torques and understandings of like how shadows work. The reason why shadows are how they are because the neck is turned in angles that they are, and we'll kind of understand a bit of that whole relationship, that whole drama right there, even down to the shoulders. Getting pretty getting pretty dynamic on the shoulders. Really fun. And then as the face structure, now let's remember those face lines we drew. We can keep that still here in that form. Boom. Maybe like start to kind of like push up a little bit on it. I'll put that face, that nose about there, that lip about there, giving us a bit more chin action. Um, I think about like the form, even like the side of the face here, kind of like some shading that would kind of go there, right? That shading would continue top of the eyes a little bit. So we got the eye ridge, kind of got like this nose ridge. It's kind of like sunken back. So we can always think of the nose like that. It just kind of like sits here and kind of comes forward in a back position and it goes back into this position. And the lip kind of comes forward too, right? Like it kind of like protrudes forward, based off that nose there. The bottom lip also kind of comes forward and become like a wedge, you know, and that chin also would kind of come a little forward too, creating a bit more of a wedge and to that chin. So this is like breaking it down, understanding like, the structures and how they, how they even work and shadows that would go on it. But once you understand this part of like the drawing, you'll really start to understand how your figures and how your faces can really be dramatized and be exaggerated and pushed, because once you start to really dive into this part of it, it's worth it. It's worth the dive. The anatomy of it, it's definitely worth the dive. It's fun. You come out of it understanding a lot. You just draw skin on top of this stuff. Now you're starting to get some like a face. You're starting to get a little bit of a recognizable face. You can even start to put a region on the face. When I say region, like you get certain personalities to the face as you draw. You can make it, you know, certain bone structures, certain nose sizes, certain nose angles, nose, whatever. You get kind of make your family member if you like, whatever. Once you learn how to draw faces, you can even exaggerate eyes, teeth, mouth, all sorts of things. Ears usually kind of go about right there, right below the eye in a way. Because you think about some eyeglasses, they'll kind of rest there, letting you wear, whatever form of protection for your eyes. Yeah. I appreciate everybody being here. I just wanted to kind of hop on and share some folks right now, and it was a really fun little time. Oh, really fun time. I could do this more often. Appreciate the like. Thank you so much for the like. I yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. Wanted to share my thoughts and my time. Hope you guys got something out of it. I truly enjoyed it. I truly enjoyed it. Twas fun. Twas fun. Mhm. Once I start to, once I learn how to edit, I'm gonna have some long form content on here, a bit more engaging stuff I could just leave up. But for now, I just do these lives. All right, I'm gonna get up off this here. Appreciate everyone for being here. Quick little lesson. Have fun drawing. Peace.